Why do you guys use so many
So
club bell
Scott
movements?
Sonnen, so in the old, like, Iranian, Persian, and India, right? They had like those big wood ones, right? Those were the wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, right? And so Scott actually, he was in a sambo match, and somebody the Soviet guy, he armbarred him, and he didn't tap, whatever. And then after that, he was like, how can I get my ligaments stronger, right? And so we always think about getting things stronger by compression, by pushing, right? But
Yeah.
the traction too, or the traction gets us stronger as well, like pulling on it, right?
Huh.
And so that's how it started. And then he saw these guys from Tajikistan or some one of those stand countries, and he saw them with the wood ones, and he's like, man, we got to do a club bell. We got to. And so that's how he created the club bell. And then yeah, you talk about the mapping. For example, our hands are really important for survival, right? So we have our hands in space, things like that. And so when you add the club bell, it's like more, you have to pay attention to more things, right? It becomes an extension of your hand and your body. And so within that, your map gets bigger, and yeah, it just gets clearer. And again, you're because of that, because you know more where you are in space, you move better, your mobility increases, and your strength, it's like real strength. You can have like a bodybuilder guy, right? He can
Yep.
be benching 1,000 pounds, but you give them like a 10-pound club bell and they just crumble. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You see that, like Robert Miller, our brother, TACFIT team leader, who just he just moved. Shout out to him. He just moved to Lake. They say Lake St. Louis, Missouri,
Okay.
and he's opened up his TACFIT and Legacy gym out there, jiu-jitsu. Um, but he was, he's like this bodybuilder guy, strong guy, and he became like obsessed. He was in a motorcycle accident actually some years back, right when we actually started the program here, and he couldn't bench press for I don't know, like a year and a half, and after, all he could do was club bells, and he didn't lose any power, but his mobility went through the roof. And I don't
Hmm.
think he would have made black belt if it wasn't for, because he's so strong, he's so like, he's jacked. He was
Okay.
in men's health and fitness, for 15 years, for as a model. Really, and it gave him like a better body awareness, and just gave him that mobility, and yeah, just the skills, to succeed.
That's what I've noticed with the clubs is that it took me out of the sagittal plane. Like everything that I was doing, I might have done like some twisting lunges or something like that, but when you have like a come from a bodybuilding background, or even just what most fitness people are putting out, a lot of it is just one plane, the sagittal plane. So squats, presses, pulls. When you start using a club, you're starting to go into that rotational transverse plane, and that is really where life happens, is the transverse. Especially sports, and especially jujitsu is all twisting and rotation. So I get what you're saying about that real life strength. That's what
Mhm.
I've kind of noticed the most with the club.
Yeah, exactly. When you're in your twist, right? How much can you push when you're twisting your body? You can see you can push when you're straight, right? 1,000 pounds, but when you twist, how strong are you there? Or are you going to pop a rib when you do that, right? So it
Yeah.
keeps full movement clean, right? And it keeps you honest, right? Of where you're at.